welcome back to Let's Talk. Today, our Let's Talk is about how to diamond paint. It's a little bit different from coloring, but it's kind of the same concept in the sense that you are kind of filling in the spaces, sort of like think like paint by numbers or even like a jigsaw puzzle, but it's right up there with a lot of us colorists who like to do nice kind of relaxing hobbies. And this is something I've gotten into. Real talk though, I haven't finished one yet. These things are big and they take time, and they're definitely not something that you can rush through in like a week. Well, I don't know, maybe some of you can. If you've done a diamond painting this size in a week, let me know, because that's really impressive. But with diamond painting, you can get it from a number of different locations. You can get them Diamond Art Club, you can get them from Amazon, you can get them from Arteza. The list goes on and on. But what we're going to go over today is not necessarily a review of diamond paintings, but we're just going to talk about tools that you need, kind of explaining diamond painting a little bit, basically kind of diamond painting for beginners. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So I have this diamond painting here. This was sent to me by the wonderful Color with Faithful girl. This is a older print from Diamond Art Club, so you won't be able to find this particular one anymore. But this is by Hannah Lynn, and you'll be able to find others by her. But you will need your canvas, you will need your tray, you will need your wax, your tweezers, your pen, and your drills or your diamonds that come with your particular diamond painting. Now, this one is one like I said, I've been working on, so I already have it kitted up. So what you'll normally find is that when you first receive your diamond painting, it's going to come in something like this, in these individual packages. Now you can do a couple of different things when you are sorting your diamonds. You can put them in individual cartons, you can put them in little baggies. It really just kind of depends on what you're most comfortable with. I like these because they're nice and they're compact, and you can label each one of them. And we'll get to why these labels are important here in just a second. One of the other things that you might find useful, obviously you want a really nice good overhead light so you can see what you're doing. And then also a light pad is going to be super, super handy for that. Let's talk trays for a minute. So generally in your standard diamond painting, depending on the size that you've gotten, you're going to get a tray that looks something like this. As you can see, I've got two of them here. I have a larger diamond painting that I'm working on, which I'll show you in a little bit, but this one came with this one. And then I actually found this one on Etsy. The wonderful Evelyn's, she had showed this on her channel. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so like awesome, because it's got the little tool to kind of help move the diamonds around to keep them in place where you want them, but also it's got these little handles and then this little stopper here at the end. So if you want to get more creative, there's lots of different diamond art tools out there that you can kind of expand and really get kind of fancy with what you're doing. But most kits come with the basic of everything you need, where it's your standard pen tool, your tray, your wax, your diamonds. So you don't have to buy anything extra when you get a diamond painting. These are just, if you're really into the hobby and you want to just kind of maybe get a little bit nicer tools or whatever's most comfortable for you, there are other options out there. For instance, we have a different kind of pen. This was also sent by Color with Faithful girl when she sent me the diamond painting. It was so generous of her. And it's so comfy to hold. You've got, both ends, so you can put in your different tools, the little tips at the end based on how many drills you want to pick up, which we will get into that here in just a moment. You can find pens on Etsy, you can find them on Amazon. I believe this one came from Amazon, so I will get you that link. For organization, there's a couple different things that you can do. We've already seen this one here where it's got these little individual little containers. And these are nice because they can all go in these individual boxes, so you can sort them by like what section you're working on. I also like to keep extra boxes, so the images of the diamond paintings that I'm working on, along with all of the wax, extra tweezers, keep some washi tape to hold down some of the plastic. I recently got this on Amazon, and I thought it was really, really cool and just super organized, and it made me probably way happier than it should. But these are like tiny little Tic Tac containers. And then you can put all of the labels on top and it just pops open just like that, and then you dump it into whatever tray you're using. It also came with these ones that hold slightly more, and I'm sure you can find all kinds of containers like this at like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or whatever other kind of craft store that you're at. Probably like jewelry aisles would be really good for that. But I like this because it came in a case, and then with this case I can keep all of my other extra items over here. I had this organized a little bit better earlier, but you get the idea. So everything just fits nicely in here, and it's all compact, and it's got this little handle, and it zips up, and you're good to go. So most of the time you're going to get different pen tips when you get your pens or when you get your diamond painting. And what this is the different sizes allow you to pick up more than one drill at a time. So your standard end here, it's just going to pick up one. Then you flip it over. And for something as wide as this one, you can see along here, this one can pick up as much as 6 drills at a time. And when you have a lot of solid color, that can come in really handy. This one here can pick up 4. This one here is kind of like, imagine it like a rake, so that if you are needing to move your drills down on your tray, you can just kind of shift them, or if you need to move them down this way because you're emptying them out. So this little end is really handy to have. The way that you replace them out is you just take it out and you pop it back in. And you can trade them out easily that way. Let's talk about drills. We have 2 different shapes. We have square and we have circle, and they both bring different things to the table. So with circle, when you place the round ones, they don't necessarily need to be quite as exact. You do have to be more careful so your rows don't go off. And then the other thing is there might be gaps in the middle that might give it a little bit less of a finished look. With these squares, you do have to make sure that you keep them in row. You get this nice kind of satisfying click when you place them, as well as no gaps, unlike the circle ones. You get this nice kind of finished seamless look. Now this is what a square diamond painting looks like when it's up close. You can see all the little diamonds kind of nestled in next to one another. And then this is a circle one. It's very pretty, but you can kind of see the difference between the two. The nice thing about this one is it has like a lot of blocks of colors. It's not, super complicated, so we can work on the same color for a while. So we're gonna go ahead and get some of these colors out, and I'm gonna show you how to go ahead and place your diamonds. Before we do that, I just wanna show you, so we have this plastic on here, and this is what protects the adhesive on your diamond painting, because the way that it works, this is a canvas, and then the print is printed onto the canvas with each differentiating color, and then the plastic is laid over top to protect it. Now, there are a few different ways that you can do your diamond painting. Some people like to cut out sections of the plastic and then lift them up as you go, which I'm thinking I might adapt that for my next diamond painting. But for this one, it's just rolled back, and I work on this section and I roll back more and more. I mean, you have to deal with a little bit of noise, but I never want to pull off the entire plastic, because in the very beginning, I definitely stuck my arm in the adhesive. But when you are trying to figure out which colors you're supposed to use and how they're supposed to match up, because you can see some of these are fairly similar, so you're not just eyeballing this. Every single color has a code. There is a schematic on the side of the diamond painting. You can see right over here. And right along here, you have a symbol and you have numbers. So for instance, over here, we have the black ones. Now the black one's pretty obvious, but even with the different skin tone ones, we've got diagonal lines, we've got smaller dots. So we're gonna do some black ones because that's probably gonna be the easiest for now. So we are needing to make sure that we have number 310, and it's black with the white dot. That's where we're gonna place it. Now each diamond painting kit will come with these little stickers, so that when if you decide to repackage them, you can go ahead and label the little containers that they're in so that you don't get confused by that. So basically what I do when I am starting a new color, we are actually just going to use one of these smaller trays here so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so this one here, this is number 310. This is the black. So I'm going to open up a little bit of this. I'm going to dump some, not too many. If you have enough trays, some people like to put out enough colors all at once. I live streamed my very first diamond painting, which was this one. And I accidentally put some of the same drills in the tray together, and that was a big faux pas. So I would recommend doing one color at once. So you can see I'm kind of shaking this And there's little ridges in the tray. And what that does is this helps to get all of the drills kind of in their own little slots, because you don't want the flat side up, you want the rounded side up. Okay, so if you're happy with how much that is, because as more space comes up, you can flip more of these over. So you see we've got a nice like row of drills right here. So we're gonna shift this over a little bit, okay? Now, you can do this a couple of different ways. If you want to just single place, especially if you're doing more like, if your colors are more spread out and not large blocks, in the tip is the wax. And if you're going to place new wax, you take your little wax heart here. It's got a little plastic covering on the top. Then you take your pen. Now, normally I would do it right up and down, but I want you guys to be able to see it. So we're going to go ahead from an angle. You press it into the wax, you twist, and pull out. And then, now you've got your little red wax tip inside there, and that is what's going to pick up the drills. Honestly, before I even got into diamond painting, I was so confused about how you pick them up. Like, I thought maybe this was sticky on the end. So if you were confused, you are not alone. Now, you may ask, how do you fill the longer one? Basically, it's the same way. So I'm gonna go at a little bit more of an angle so you can see, but you have your little wax heart. You press it in. Okay, give it a little bit of wiggle. Then you peel it out. And there you go. Because it's so full, when you initially start picking up your drills, you may find that you get a little bit of wax that kind of spills out a little bit. That's okay. You can just kind of roll it away. It's not a big deal. Now, like I said, one of the other things you can do is you can get some washi tape or masking tape or whatever you're using. You can tape down the plastic or you can cut individual ones. But for today, I'm just holding it back for ease of showing you. So now you've got your drills ready. You've got your pen ready. So we're going to go ahead and place one so you can see how it works. So you press on top. It picks it up. You can see there, it's just attached. Then you just find where you need to place it. You put it in, and in it goes. I don't know if you heard that pop or not. Pick up another one, and in it goes. Now, if you want to do more than one, so we've got this end here. This end here can pick up actually like 6 of them. So let's go ahead, and I want to make sure they're all kind of next to each other. Okay. Now I've got 6 on the bottom. So now we're gonna find our 6 squares. We're gonna line it up. We're gonna press it down. So like I mentioned, because there's a lot of wax right here at the beginning, it's a little bit smushy, which is why not necessarily one of these came out, and that's okay. So we can take that out. And now that it's been kind of pressed out a little bit, we can take a little bit of that wax and just take off the extra. And then since we just missed that single one, we can go ahead and take our single and go ahead and just press it there. And you know, the adhesive gives a little bit, so you can always, you know, readjust things if you want to. And you'll get a rhythm. You'll start to kind of get used to it. But that's basically it. You've got your wax, you've got your pens, you've got your tray, you pick up your drill, and you place it. And once you get going on it, honestly, it's pretty mindless. And then once you're done with a color, you take your little container, say you're all done with it, you want to move on to the next color, and this is when something like this comes in handy. Majority of all trays have these little pour spouts. And you just carefully and back in it goes. And then you move on to your next color. And I know that diamond paintings can be a little intimidating in the sense of, you know, oh, they're so fiddly, I'm gonna knock them all over the floor. Honestly, you all have seen how much my hands shake. Have I dumped some? I absolutely have. But, you know, don't let that dissuade you. Don't let the fear of doing something dissuade you from just trying it. This is a pretty big diamond painting. If you wanted to maybe just try out diamond painting, not invest in a lot of money, because, I mean, if you go to the Diamond Art Club, you can see they can get a little bit spendy. So if you are not wanting to invest in something, then you're like, look, I just want to try it out, see if it's for me, see if I can even do it. Head over to Amazon. I'll go ahead and see if I can find some good ones, and I'll link them in the description below, but they're really inexpensive and you can just take a look at them there. Arteza actually just came out with some diamond paintings. There's going to be a review for that coming soon. I'm really excited to share that with you, and we'll talk about quality and how it compares to Diamond Art Club and everything. But they do have like 12 by 18s for like $19.99. I'll go ahead and include those in the description as well. But if you're wanting to do just something simple, go ahead and just choose a small one from Amazon. Now, something to keep in mind, the smaller the diamond painting, the less detailed it's going to be. So for instance, this is a pretty well-loved one that I gave to my daughter, and she's been slowly working away at it. It's still got the plastic on it and everything, and I have it permanently on this cutting mat for her so it stays nice and flat, because I will say the ones from Amazon, their canvas on the back, it's a little plasticky, and so a lot of times, you can see she's had it taped down, but it's still kind of bent a little bit. So that is the upside to Diamond Art Club, is they use real canvas, and a lot of the Amazon ones you'll find will be kind of plasticky. But you see what I mean about the size and kind of losing the detail. So this one is huge versus this one. I think this is just a 30 by 40 centimeters, which I think comes out to be like 14 by 10 or something like that. Anyway, the point is it's small and you lose a lot of the detail, especially around the eyes. When you look far away, you can still see Tinkerbell pretty well. So this one is hers. She needed a smaller one to digest for her. So if you are wanting to just test it out and be like, is this something for me? Go ahead and find yourself a small one on Amazon for, you know, whatever kind of hobby you like, whether it's Disney, whether it's kitties, whether it's flowers. You're gonna find something for everyone. Like I said, it's kind of like jigsaw puzzles, so you're gonna see it there. This is the new one I got from Diamond Art Club a little bit back. I'm super excited about doing this one, but like I said, these are not a racing game by any means. I mean, I have been working on this one for ages. I pull it out when I'm in the mood, put it away when I'm done, and then I come back to it. So eventually I will get it done. I will. But for now, I'm just enjoying the process. It's not a race. Try not to feel intimidated by it. You know, just test it out. If it's not for you, that's fine. If it is for you, like it's meant to be fun. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the description below. If you liked what you saw here today, please be sure to like and subscribe. And that's everything for today. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.